Welcome back to another episode of Psychonaut Sessions, your home for all things psycho. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Purple Oblivion. What is this? Can somebody help me out? I found this in a dollar bin. It completely intrigued me when I saw it. I've never heard of any of these creators. Looking up e&eplissken, they apparently have a Simon and Schuster page for something called The Gatherer, so they're, well established enough that they actually have a book with Simon and Schuster. Where has this been? This book is actually kind of like pretty small, so here's a standard comic size, and then here's the size of the Purple Oblivion, so very interesting. But man, oh man, oh man, I really loved this cover. It was very intriguing. So let's take a quick look. Not a whole lot of information. There's not even like copyright information in this book. But the art is by Diego Simone, and this is created and written by e&eplissken. E&eplissken. So, and it seems like, based upon the Simon & Schuster page, that it's sort of, I don't know, like a duo, I guess. I have no idea, but man, am I intrigued. So, warning, trigger warning for those that just cannot do violence at all in any way, shape, or form. It's coming, all right? It's really gory right from the outset. So, turn this off if you cannot do gore. So we get a fella whose like head freaking explodes, and then the parts of the head begin moving and forming into a mass of something. Wow. Just incredible work. It's got like shades of like Charles Burns, but a little bit more cartoony. Almost McKeever-esque, I guess. And then we got this mass that it's grown into. We get pulsing veins, and then it explodes. Really cool lettering, by the way. Feed it with anger, feed it with pain. What? What is this? So we get two guys working in the lab, and this thing that we just saw on the previous page, this like slug kind of spermish looking thing, is on top of a bunch of them are on top of these trays, and took me a little bit to kind of figure out what was going on here, but it's like a clear container, and this is like a kind of film that these slug things are on, and they're pouring a liquid over it, some sort of acid or something maybe. And whatever is coming out of them, so this green liquid is coming out of the slugs and into the pan. And they put the pans into this, is it microwave, freezer? I'm not sure, but it's like hardens. And they crack into it. And they're like powerful, but not enough yet. What? Next scene. We get this lady walking into this place. Again, it's cartoony, but it's got this weird, just like some ominous looking things. The layouts and the design is got this simplicity that is just very stark. She gets led back. They obviously know who she is, and it's just this like weird bar where people can do drugs of all sorts and just get messed up. Really love the colors in this. She goes to her seat, and then there's this new guy that comes in, and she's like, it has to be him. And he sits, and she calls the waiter over, and she's got some of that green stuff, it looks like. from the slugs in some kind of powder form or something, and tells the concierge dude to take it to him. It's on her. So normally there's this menu they pass out of like, do you want heroin? Do you want this or that? And he passes it to him and says it's from the lady in the corner. And he comes over and introduces himself. And he's like, why'd you send this to me? And she's like, I don't know. I had a feeling you might like it. He's like, yeah, but what is it? And she's like, can't be explained to words. You're just going to have to experience it. And so he's ready for that. So she cooks it, gets it in the needle. He's got his tourniquet on, shoots him up, and he fucking flips out. Wow. This is like the inking style itself, like not necessarily the penciling style, but the inking style reminds me of Skinner. This is a very Skinner page. It's incredible. I don't really have any words. I'm kind of amazed by this. And then he gets reoriented back into reality. And she's like, if you want more, call me. Gives him her card, and her name's Jessica Knott. And she's apparently a dominatrix. And then we get this person who's in this tank. And there's this like narration going on of like your mind's about ready to go beyond space-time's atavic prison. It'll break the chains and bind us to the subtle illusion of the concrete, the vehicle that will take us straight to the ultimate experience. I ain't gonna lie, some of this is kind of reminding me a little bit of my Simon Myth Broken Chalice storyline. And then here we get what's going on in this guy's brain. All of these like slug things. Really, really cool. Just completely unhinged. Psychedelic gore. Absolutely beautiful. So we get our Jessica Knott character, and she's working on one of these slugs. And she electrocutes it, I guess, and it starts oozing out stuff. So instead of them pouring acid on it or whatever, I guess what it was before, she is able to electrocute it and it squirts out the stuff. So she goes to the guy who's watching this other dude in this chamber, who's apparently some sort of doctor she's working with. Sorry to interrupt. He's like, I'm finishing Peter's session. I know, but trust me, this is important. And she shows him, and it oozes its stuff again after being electrocuted. He's like, I knew this day would come. The quest has ended. It's time to act, Jessica. We need to begin the tests now. Peter's mind has crossed the threshold, but his body is weak. It won't resist much longer. I know, Doctor. Don't worry. The plan is underway. And we just get more cool psychedelic gore imagery. And in the tank, this Peter fella says, flesh is void, void is flesh. And that's the end. And we just get an ad. And that's it. That's it. There's like no copyright information. There's no social media information. I mean, these guys, like e&eplissken has a Facebook page, but it doesn't give a lot as to like who they are. Wow, what a great find. I have not seen this at all. I've not seen their work advertised anywhere. What a great dollar bin find. I am intrigued. I'm 100,000,000% on board. This has like a little bit of everything I love about comics. I need more. So if anybody in my Psychonaut community knows anything about these creators, let me know. Let me know what you know. I'd much rather hear from you all than do a internet dive. So that's the Purple Oblivion. It wasn't very long, but man, it was packed a huge punch, and it was totally worth a dollar bin dive. And apparently this is not the main cover. This is cover B, so this was a variant cover. But yeah, I want more. I want more from these creators. I'd be interested in finding out what's what. Hope everybody enjoyed this little foray into the Purple Oblivion. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I have a Patreon that you can sign up to, as well as my own books and comics. I would love it if you'd support me. I appreciate you watching the vid anyway. Have a great day. Keep it safe out there and keep it psycho.